Hey guys, so today we are bringing you the first video to our Liberty Nation channel. Sorry it's a bit late, if you call 4 months a bit late, just slightly tardy to the party here, but here's our first video. So the first thing, we have listed topics here, so the first thing here is the Heartbleed bug, and that's been out for a while. I remember when it first came out, I guess it was about 3 weeks ago maybe, when they found it, and it's the open SSL bug, which is just the open source SSL. And if you don't know what SSL is, it's basically it's the certificate that allows security on websites, like websites that have like integration, like you log in and you have an account, username, password, stuff like that, where all that's saved on a server somewhere. And the SSL is what keeps it encrypted, so hackers can't get to your passwords and stuff. So anyway, there was a bug in it, and you can read it here. I have the doc listed, so you can go check out the link here. And they basically made this website within hours of it, and it's basically telling you what it is and what's wrong with it. And basically, they fixed it, so now you can download your OpenSSL, and you can get that. So OpenSSL is the open source SSL you can get for your server if you're hosting a website. Our website, combinedgamingworld.com, we are not integrated, so it's just yeah, it's not encrypted because there are no passwords. It's just a site, so you can go ahead and check that out. There will be a link in the description to do that. But anyway, so the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you do host a server, you're going to want to go to this website, and you can test your server to make sure you're not you haven't been hacked. And then you really want to change your passwords, because that's probably the biggest thing here. You want to change your passwords on all the sites and I have so many I can't even remember, so I'm just hoping that I don't get hacked, and hopefully it wasn't the big websites that do have my credit card. As bad as that would suck. So any website that may have your credit card information, you really want to keep an eye out for, and definitely want to change your password, maybe your username if you have to. But anyway, so that's that. It's a terrible thing, but I'm pretty sure they fixed it within hours of the actual leak. And you can see here, yeah, internet applications such as webmail, instant messaging, and some virtual private networks. Allows anyone on the internet to read the memory of systems protected by the vulnerable versions of the software. So basically, if they were good enough and they hacked into it, it would bring them to the directory on the server where everyone's crap is just stored. All your information, such as your usernames and passwords, and all your information, your metadata is all just chilling there, which isn't good. And especially, like, they could get a hold of your IP. Not as big as a deal as your social security or your credit card or anything like that if you have that on any other sites. But they have issued a patch, so everything should be fine within a little bit of while. But you're basically depending on the server admins or the website to be able to get the patch for it and have updated already, which they should have. But on smaller sites, they may not have, so you want to change your password and everything like that. So that's that. Alright guys, so our next topic here is the FCC, and the FCC has been working on, since the internet started, they've been working on net neutrality, and basically what net neutrality is all packets across the internet are treated the same, so all data is treated equally, and ISPs, internet service providers, don't want to abide by that, because services like Netflix and YouTube, people access so many times a day, they try to claim that it's hurting their infrastructure and they want more money from people. And for Comcast, Netflix has already paid for an internet fast lane, and I'll get to that in a second. But the chairman, what is his name? Tom Wheeler, I believe. Yes, Tom Wheeler, and he's the chairman for the FCC, and he basically he's fighting for net neutrality, but really he's not. We're going backward. He wants them to pay for an internet fast lane. An internet fast lane is when they pay a service provider for high quality, for people to access all their data very quickly and have high quality data. So Comcast, Netflix did this with Comcast not too long ago, and basically it was just they paid for an internet fast lane so people could access Netflix if they had Comcast as their ISP very quickly. because if they didn't, ISPs like Comcast and I believe Verizon right now are still throttling, and they're just slowing down the connection on purpose to make people complain and just to make things bad. They try and say it's to help the infrastructure, and they don't want to put too much strain on it, but it's really pretty ridiculous. So, and this guy Tom Wheeler is pretty ridiculous, and you can't blame him because he's the chairman. Because he just does what everyone tells him to do, and I mean, he does go out there and announce stuff, and he makes the final decision, but in all reality, there's more people underneath him that make these decisions. So if any of you guys follow Capitalism on YouTube, they do have a website, capitalismisfreedom.com, and that is where we found this article, and it's where the police and a SWAT team storms someone's home because of a gamer on Xbox Live. And this is pretty ridiculous because, I mean, what he was saying was... What was he saying here? Well, anyway, he was basically just yelling because he lost a match here.
He claimed to be a 17-year-old Rafael Castillo and said, "I just killed my mother and my 4 people."
Yeah, and that's, I mean, how many people would take that seriously? In reality, if anyone out there is an Xbox gamer out there, you've been in matches of Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty is probably one of the biggest, but trust me, you've heard someone screaming and yelling and cursing and saying they're going to kill you and your family, and just because they lost a freaking game. I can't tell you how many times I have heard that or seen that. In my own adventures on Xbox Live, so it's pretty ridiculous. And this guy apparently called over Skype saying that this happened, and the police and SWAT showed up to this person's house, and it really wasn't even that big a deal. And they ended up just being a hoax, of course, and you can see all the vehicles, and they took pictures, and just to realize that it was just the person, and she was fine and saw the police and the kid's mother, and somebody killed someone at your house. Yes, this is basically it. So I have the link. You can go ahead and check it out. Yeah, the original Black Ops. Yeah, that's actually pretty, makes me pretty mad. So what do you think of this?
Well, I think this whole thing's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, like it happens. Like, who took it seriously?
Yeah.
Does it even say who, like, called? Prank caller.
Well, it was somebody who was playing an online game with somebody, and Call of Duty, and the person, I guess, lost and was upset and did this to get back at him. And actually, somewhat. I mean, this is kind of like the whole thing's really, really confusing, and it's just so like.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask you, because this is.
It's like such like an unorthodox way of getting back at somebody. I've never even like.
Yeah,
heard of it.
really. And then again, who has the balls to call police and do this? And really, you don't even know the person. Like really, it's over Xbox Live, I'm sure. From what I believe here, but yeah. So there's one of the pictures.
He called the police using Skype.
Yeah, he called the police using Skype, but. Alright guys, so, oh my god, so after all that agonizing pain with this whole camera thing, mic setup, bullcrap, I have the screen share now, so we're on screen, but anyway, here's our next topic. So, basically, we found this on capitalismfreedom.com. You can also see there's a ton of different links, and they're all literally verbatim, what this website says, or others, these people may have copied. We have absolutely no idea. But you go ahead and check it out yourself. The links will be in the docs. There's also a video you can watch on one of the other sites. I'm not sure what it was. But anyway, this person got suspended from a college asking a question about gun control to Democratic Governor Daniel Malloy during a public forum, attempting the First Amendment advocacy group and condemned the college for... So basically, she got suspended for disrespect, asking the guy about what he's doing and about gun control, what his views on gun control are. Big freaking deal, right?
true.
So she's suspended from the college. Was this guy on their campus or something? It's a community college.
Yeah, I mean,
Governor finished speaking.
like some psycho.
So yeah, so he was on their campus apparently, and here's the video. I'll make sure it's muted when it comes up here. Okay, so this is anyway where it's at. Is it senator?
No, well, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that happens in Rhode Island, or not Rhode Island, but New England in general all the time.
Yeah.
We have this.
Look at it.
Screen capture mode. So everybody will be able to see
So
this.
anyway, this person did record it. Yeah. Okay, so let's mute it. We'll go ahead and play a little bit of the video here. So basically, just recorded video here by cheesy phone callers. Okay, so this is security walking him out, I guess, upside down. Can't really tell.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, very, very disappointing. So this guy's apparently really pissed off for no reason at all. Basically, so this is just a big freaking thing that they threw the student off campus for asking this guy about it. Yeah, right. Like they're throwing him out because he asked the freaking governor, or was he governor, senate, something like that?
Oh, he was the governor.
Yeah, okay. So he's a governor, and this person legitimately has the right to ask them a question about his gun policy. And they're basically, this is the video that I just showed you guys about how they threw him off the campus, literally, and now he's suspended, and the governor is charging him violations of policy on student conduct, including harassment, threats, and failure to demonstrate good citizenship. So the video you have, is that him talking to the governor?
His college experience, I believe, is
Yeah, that's the video I have too. So yeah, so it's just him getting thrown off the campus, basically. This guy's like very disappointing, and it's actually pretty sad. Like really. Alright guys, so the next thing on the topic list is Donald Sterling. I didn't really want to talk about him, neither did you. But anyway, this guy just makes some seriously racist remarks. He is an old fart, and there isn't really much more to say about it. He works at the NBA. He owns the Los Angeles team Clippers. So anyway, this is he makes bad comments and racist jokes and comments about these guys, and it's really a big joke. I don't know what else to say about it, so I guess that's it. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put this in, but anyway, here we go.
next on the agenda. Agenda 21, the world order. I'm sure most people have probably heard about this by now. Bundy Standoff. Being Lyman Bundy, I believe his first name is Lyman. Been on for 20 years. Because he believed the United States Bureau of Land Management does not rightfully own the land that this cattle has been grazing.
So basically, there's a really funny video by what is that
Conrad, the Fox Brothers Studios, I believe.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a really funny video, and it just basically exaggerates this whole thing, and it's just this guy's cattle was grazing on government land, right?
Yes.
And the government wasn't going to have it. It says there it's a 20 years, so it was over a 20-year span.
The governor was kind of upset about what they were doing. The governor violated it was technically federal land.
Yeah. And this is all in Nevada, by the way.
Yeah, it's been speculation that They wanted that land because Harry Reid wanted to build a solar farm on it, and there's all sorts of different things that we won't really get into that.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
1:30, well, 1:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4th of May, 2014. Anyway, yeah, well, it's kind of screwed up because the area, they kind of knew this was coming. They knew there was going to be problems. So they specifically set up like a ring, and they call it the First Amendment area, which pissed off a lot of people. And of course, nobody's going to understand the First Amendment area because it's like a little, like, 100 square feet, you know, safety fence thing.
Yep.
Really good proof about that. So, yeah, well, thank goodness it ended peacefully, but it did catch lots of national attention, and they, I believe, well, thousands of people that showed up. But there was militias from all around the country that had showed up, and I believe there's a video online of them forcing the BLM to release the cattle. And there's also been speculation that the BLM were making mass graves for the cattle. There's lots of geographical evidence. There's been Bundy is claiming to have dug up dead cattle that he claims the BLM killed because they were bullet holes.
Jeez. So basically, like, this guy's cattle was grazing on government land, and they took them. They took the cattle. If I'm not mistaken.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, so they took the cattle and they could have possibly killed some of it also.
Yeah, they said they were going to sell it, and then because he collected fees from them because he refused to pay fees, grazing fees.
Grazing fees? Oh yeah, that's Jesus Christ, yeah. Grazing fees.
I mean, which is it? This says over unpaid grazing fees. The other one was saying, you know, protecting a desert tortoise. It's like you don't quite know why they did it.
So this land was for, like, protecting... What were they protecting? It was like a...
species of desert tortoise that was going extinct, I believe.
Oh yeah, because cattle are going to eat that, am I right?
Yeah, it's been proven that the cattle really didn't have any effect on the tortoise anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Free range. I mean...
Oh god, racial comments.
Oh yeah, then on the racial comments, I don't know if it was one of the big media companies that had done it, but somebody had recorded a video of Clyde and Bundy saying something about slaves, or that black people would be better off as slaves than their government subsidies. But I think it was edited. There was a full video out there somewhere.
Was there?
Edited, yeah, and he actually wasn't like kind of like repudiated it. But it was like it's not like he really meant to say it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. You can judge it. It's more like they kind of edited the video to make him sound like a pure racist. That made a lot of people angry, even the people that went and supported him.
Oh jeez. So it was like cuts and clips of him just like saying stuff. And they put it all together and make it sound terrible. It's basically.
It was like one segment of what he said, but
yeah,
I don't think he quite meant it that way. But
yeah.
We'll never
So
know.
anyway, if we do find the video, which we probably won't, but if we do, there'll be an annotation somewhere. So anyway, yeah, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, public officials here, and this whole thing will be listed in the doc too. You can go ahead and check it out for yourself, which I highly suggest. Just giving you guys a little bit of awareness of what these guys seem to be doing and how ridiculous. Most of this stuff is stuff we're bringing you is just how dumb the government is acting, or how stupid things have become, or dumb reasons why people have gotten pressed down by public or government or something like that. Alright guys, so that's it from us today. If we get around to it, there'll be a bit of an article or maybe just a link to the video on combinedgamingworld.com. You go ahead and check that out. It's a website I personally host, and we just put stuff up there, including gaming. You can check out my personal channel. You can check out his channel, Welfare Plays. And one more thing, you know how I was talking about the FCC thing? Well, on Tech Syndicate here, they have the forums, and basically it's just a draft, and it was posted up by Wendell, one of the leaders of the Tech Syndicate community, and it's basically just a letter, it's a draft that you can send in yourself to help get this whole freaking FCC net neutrality thing possibly figured out. So it's a one-page thing. You can label it yourself and send it yourself. So that's one thing that'll really help everyone out in the long run. That way, no one's paying for internet fast lanes, and no one has better things over this. And you're stuck with VPNs trying to get to your stupid content, and it's never good enough. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time on Liberty Nation Underground Radio Broadcasting, whatever, America. All right, guys, we'll see you later.